You might not believe this, but my 85-year-old grandmother can now get up from a chair without using her hands. This was once unthinkable, because just a few years ago, her legs were so weak, simply stepping into the backyard made her feel unsteady and exhausted. Every time she went shopping or left church, she had to hold someone's hand tightly. "I guess it's time for a cane," she would often sigh. But then something unexpected happened. It was not because of medicine, nor was it because of a doctor. It was because of a remarkably simple habit. Every morning, she does 3 very gentle movements. Each one takes just a few minutes. No equipment, no gym, no trainer. And slowly, she could stand up without support. She could climb steps without anyone's help. She says, "My legs feel 10 years younger." If you think that at 80 years old, it is impossible to do that, I understand. Because my grandmother once thought so too. For years, she believed that weak legs were natural, just a part of getting old. But the truth is, her legs got weaker, not because she got older, but because she stopped using them correctly. And this is not just true for my grandmother. It might be true for you too. Many people over 70 struggle with simple things like get out of the chair, climbing a few stairs, or stepping over a curb. This does not happen overnight, but builds up silently every day. Leg muscles weaken, balance declines, and the risk of falling increases. But the most important thing is, you can reverse that. In this video, I will share with you the 3 movements my grandmother uses every day. Gentle, yet incredibly effective. They not only help strengthen your legs, but also help you regain that sense of confidence every time you stand up, walk, or move around your home. You do not need any complicated techniques. You do not need to spend any money. You just need a few minutes each day and the belief that your body can still change. Make sure you watch until the end, because the last movement is the secret that helped my grandmother restore her calf muscles, a part most seniors overlook, but which plays a crucial role in maintaining balance and preventing falls. Are you ready? Let's get started. Movement 1, sit in a chair and stand up slowly without using your hands. The first exercise seems simple. Sitting down and then standing up from a chair without using your hands to push off. Try it right now. Find a sturdy chair, sit down, then stand up using only your legs. No holding on, no pushing on your thighs, no using momentum. If you feel wobbly, your legs feel weak, or you need a push to stand up, that is a clear sign your leg muscles are getting weaker daily. My grandmother used to be unable to do that. Every time she sat in a chair, she had to use both hands to push on her knees to get up. Once, she lost her balance and nearly fell backward. A physical therapist then told her something profound. The ability to stand from a chair without hands is the ultimate test of leg strength and a key indicator of who is at risk for falls. You might think, "I still walk every day, that's enough." But walking does not actively build strength in your thigh and calf muscles. Every time you stand up from a chair using your leg strength, you are training yourself for stability, an ability that walking alone does not provide. Furthermore, after age 70, muscle loss does not just make you weaker. It makes simple things like getting off the toilet, stepping onto a curb, or getting out of a car difficult, even dangerous. You lose independence, lose confidence, and start avoiding movement. That chain of consequences continues, silent but serious. Science has shown when we do not challenge our major muscle groups, especially the quadriceps and glutes, strength decreases significantly after just a few weeks. This doubles or even triples the risk of falling compared to someone who can still stand up without using their hands. That is why this exercise, though simple, has become a cornerstone in rehabilitation programs for older adults in America. And you can start right at home with no instructor and with no equipment at all. Every morning, my grandmother would sit down in a chair, then stand up, repeating it 5 times. When she started, she had to add pillows to the chair to reduce the height and ease the strain. Then each week, she removed 1 layer of pillows. By the 6th week, she was standing up from a flat wooden chair without touching anything. You can start the same way. Choose a sturdy chair that is not too low and has no wheels. Sit down slowly, then stand up using your leg power. Repeat 5 times every morning. If it's difficult, keep your hands near the chair in case you need to steady yourself. but do not use your hands to push. Just practice slowly and listen to your body. Every time you do this, you send a message to your legs. I have not given up on you. And your legs will answer with strength, with a steady gait, and with the belief that you are still in control of your own life. Movement 2. Hold on to a chair and kick one leg back at a time. After getting used to standing up without her hands, the next step my grandmother took every day was this: holding onto a chair and kicking one leg back at a time, gently but consistently. At first glance, you might think, what good does just kicking my leg back do? But behind that simple movement lies a crucial principle for maintaining balance and protecting the spine. It is this: activating the glutes, a muscle group often forgotten in older adults. Have you noticed? Every time you climb a step, get up from the floor, or catch your balance after a slight slip, your glutes are the shock absorbers that help you stay upright. But as we get older, become less active, and sit more, this muscle group becomes lazy, weakening without us realizing. And that leads to a common problem: walking unsteadily, easily tripping when turning or stepping back. My grandmother's physical therapist once said, to avoid falls after 80, you must train your glutes starting at 70. Because strong glutes not only help you stand straighter, but they also support the spine, reducing pressure on your knees and ankles. The leg kickback is the simplest way to reactivate this muscle group without any equipment and without lying down. You just stand behind a sturdy, high-back chair, lightly hold the back, and slowly extend one leg behind you. No need to kick hard, just move slowly, hold for 1 second at the top, then lower your leg, then switch sides. Initially, my grandmother could only do 5 reps per leg, but after just 3 weeks, she was up to 10 reps without stopping in between. She said, it's strange, I feel steadier, and standing at the stove to cook for a long time doesn't feel as tiring as before. Science calls this a posterior chain strengthening exercise. When your foot accidentally slips, your glutes are the first to help you regain your posture. If this muscle group is not strong enough, you will fall without a chance to catch yourself. Many studies in the US have shown, among people over 75, those who do leg kickbacks 3 to 4 times a week have a fall rate up to 40% lower than those who do not. This is not a matter of luck. It is the result of a correct habit. You can begin today. Choose a chair of medium height. Stand near the back, holding on lightly with both hands. Kick your right leg back 5 times. Get down, then your left leg. If you feel back or knee pain, stop and reduce the range of motion. If it feels fine, you can gradually increase to 10-15 reps per leg. Most importantly, do it slowly and steadily, without rushing. Remember, this exercise does not just make your legs stronger. It makes you more proactive in every step, in every turn, and in every unexpected situation you might encounter. My grandmother still says, I don't do this to kick harder. I do it to stand firm when life pushes me back. If you are still watching and find these tips helpful, please drop a 2 in the comments below to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss new videos. Your support helps us continue creating more helpful and inspiring content. Movement 3, raise your heels while standing to strengthen your calf muscles. The third exercise my grandmother never skips each morning, standing still and raising her heels off the ground, as if she were standing on her tiptoes to reach for something high. It sounds minor, but this is the natural medicine that helped her legs get strong again. Here is something few people notice. When you stand up, walk, or maintain your balance, your calves act as safety brakes. They help you adjust your weight, support your body, and especially help you not fall forward when you lose your balance. But as we age, our calves weaken very quickly and without any warning. I remember clearly before she started training, my grandmother used to say, why do my legs feel shaky after just a few steps, not steady anymore? Her doctor explained, it was not her knee joints, nor osteoporosis, but that her calf muscles had gradually atrophied over time. And the heel raise exercise is the simplest way to restore that, gently yet effectively. You just need to stand behind a chair, lightly holding the back for balance. Then slowly raise your heels, shifting your weight onto the balls of your feet. Hold the tiptoe position for 2 seconds, then lower your heels very slowly. Repeat about 10 times. It sounds easy, but doing it regularly will make your legs feel warmer, firmer, and gradually stronger again. This is not just a personal feeling. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, daily heel raises improve foot stability, increase blood circulation in the lower limbs, and reduce the risk of falling from loss of balance by up to 50% in people over 75. And more importantly, it helps you recover the feeling of controlling your own body, a priceless thing as we get older. My grandmother used to feel clumsy standing in the kitchen for a long time because her legs felt like jelly. But after 4 weeks of patiently doing heel raises every morning, she could stand and wash dishes for 10 minutes without a chair. That feeling of still being steady, still being in control, it's better than any supplement, she said. You can also start right now. Whether you stand near a chair, beside the dining table, or next to the kitchen counter, you just need a place for light support. Every morning, raise your heels 5 times, then 10. After a while, you will find yourself walking lighter, standing longer, and that tired legs feeling will not visit as often. This exercise is not so you can jump higher. It is so you fall less. Not to run a marathon, but to stand steady in your kitchen, where you make tea, where you tell stories to your grandchildren. Because strong legs are not for going far. They are for keeping you close to the things you love. We have just gone through the 3 simple movements my grandmother patiently practices every day. Standing up from a chair without hands, kicking a leg back while holding a chair, and raising her heels while standing. They sound gentle, but it is these small movements that have changed her life. One step at a time, quite literally. She is no longer afraid of standing for long in the kitchen. No longer fears stepping out onto the porch. And most importantly, she has regained her confidence, knowing she can still master her body, even at 85. And that makes me wonder, what about you? Have you ever felt your legs tremble when climbing stairs? Have you ever had to push with your hands to get out of a chair? Have you sometimes felt you are not as nimble as you used to be and thought, I'm getting old, this is normal? But what if I told you you can still get that stability back? It is never too late. Your body is still there, listening, waiting for you to send it a signal that you still care, you still want to be better, you still want to be strong. You do not need any equipment. You do not need to go to a gym. You only need a few minutes each morning and a chair. My grandmother is living proof. And if she can do it, I believe you can do it too. Not to become an athlete, but to hold on to the freedom in every step, to live without dependence, to feel that you are still full of life. So tomorrow morning when you wake up, which exercise will you start with first? Sitting and standing up without your hands, or doing leg kickbacks beside the dining table? Or simply raising your heels while you brew your usual cup of coffee? I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What about these 3 movements makes you want to try one right away? And where will you begin? Your stories not only motivate me, but can also give strength to hundreds of others who are looking for hope, just like my grandmother once was. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend, a loved one, or anyone who needs stronger legs. Thank you for spending your valuable time listening. I will see you in the next video, where we will continue our journey of living healthily, living actively, and living life to the fullest, regardless of age.